Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm very excited to introduce you to my bike. It's a Kawasaki Z1000SX 2015 model, and we'll firstly start with some technical details, and then we'll do some riding, and we'll do some still shots as well, just to introduce you to the bike and to show you around. We'll basically do like a walk around and some cinematic shots, trying to show you everything that I can. Okay, let's jump into it. This is the green beast. So let's go again. 2015 Kawasaki Z1000SX. It has a 1043cc engine with 111 newton meters of torque. And let's start low down. The brake disc. We have dual brake discs on the front, 300 millimeter, with Tokiko brake calipers, 2 pistons on each side. So the braking power is more than enough. It's actually really good. I like how it feels. We don't have an ABS, unfortunately. It was a 400 pounds add-on and the first owner didn't get it, so but that's fine by me. On the back we have a 250 millimeter with the same Tokiko caliper. Being there, let's talk about the exhaust. It's an aftermarket exhaust from GR Moto. It's made in England. I love the look of it, and not only me, because everybody's saying, oh my god, what an exhaust, what is that? Everybody's asking about the exhaust. So we're gonna do a sound check. Moving on, let's talk about the seat. The seat is very important because it's hard like a plank. It's basically hard like a rock, the stock seat. So what we've done, we've just made a custom one. So it has gel, it doesn't have a foam, it's just a gel. When we first got it, it's my custom design, so I hope you guys gonna like it. When I first got it, I thought, why the hell I paid 220 pounds for it? Because it's not worth it, you know? It's just so uncomfortable, but after a couple of rides everything got so nice and comfortable. I just love it. Tank, we have a 19-liter capacity tank, which is gonna give you a range of about 200 to 220 miles, depends on your riding. Mostly I'm getting about 180 miles out of it. Depends how it really depends. If you're gonna go sportier, you can probably get 150 miles on it. The dashboard is basically, we have an analogic RPM meter and we have a digital dash. It's showing us information as the speed, the clock, the temperature of the engine. What else? It gives you the range. Let's see what else we are on 28,000 miles, 838. So for me, it's not a high mileage, but for the UK road users, I think it's pretty high mileage. What else? It gives you the range, it gives you the MPG. We're averaging 47.2, which I think is really great. We have an aftermarket gear indicator as well, which doesn't work anymore, so I'll have to change it. We also have Oxford aftermarket heated grips, which makes the whole difference. It's just unbelievable. In bad weather, in cold weather, this is just unbelievable. So here the controls is just, we have hazards, the horn, we have the indicators, and here are the controls for the dash. You can set up the traction control, because I haven't mentioned about that. So we have traction control, and we also have two power modes, which is full and low, or basically it's just normal, where you get all the 140 horsepower, and some kind of rain mode, which gives you about 100 horsepower. And also the traction control comes in 3 different levels. I'm always keeping it on 1, so it gives you enough feel of the bike as well. The number 3 is just too intrusive, and I really don't like it. I'll leave you now with some shots of the bike. I'll try to do some cinematic shots. Okay, now we're back in the saddle. Firstly, let's talk about wind protection. We have fairings, quite big fairings, not as big as the next model. I'm gonna put some pictures as well with the next models, because this one it's called Z1000SX in Europe. In America, I think it's called the Ninja 1000. And from 2020 onwards, it's called Ninja 1000SX everywhere around the world. So yeah, those ones, the fairings on those are bigger than this, but I'm very happy with the wind protection. The screen is adjustable on 3 levels, so it can be basically upright, almost upright. I'm gonna show you this. You're gonna be seeing it on the standstill shots. Here, the tank, you see, it has this kind of shape where it can accommodate your knees very nicely. So that's why the wind is just gonna go past you, and really even on the motorway at 70, 80, 90 miles per hour, you're still gonna be comfortable and okay. Probably 100 miles per hour and above, then you're gonna have some issues with the wind. But it's a sport touring bike, it's not a full touring bike, so don't expect BMW RT kind of wind protection level. Now let's say some things about comfort as well, because it's very important, especially on a sport touring bike. If you want to buy this bike, you're gonna get it just because you want to do some longer trips as well, so it's very important to be comfortable on it. You see, the handlebar is pretty upright, so basically it has some bar risers, but this is stock, it's coming out of the factory. Hello? So the upper body position is pretty upright, which is very nice. Of course, you're more in the wind because of that, but I'd rather be a bit more in the wind and have my back as straight as possible, because there is no pressure whatsoever on the wrists or on the back, which is amazing, especially for the people that have some back troubles or something like that. The knees are a bit bent, so it's more like a sporty position in your knees, but you're gonna get used to it very quickly. There is no doubt about that. Okay, let's pay a bit attention here, because I'm not sure. Right. Now we're good. 60 miles per hour zone. Let's see how is the wind now. My visor, it's a bit open, so I hope you can still hear me good. But the wind, I feel it around my neck, and actually lower than my neck, is somewhere around my chest, which is very nice, especially on the hot summer days. Today here in England there are about 20 degrees, which is amazing, is the perfect temperature for this. So I really love the wind protection that it gives and the comfort. On the standstill shots, we're gonna talk about the pillion comfort as well, which I think is great. Usually I'm riding with my wife almost all the time, and she's very happy with it, especially that we have a top case as well. So with that top case, everything is very nice and easy to stay on the back. I'll show you now how I look on the bike. I'm 5'8" and I'm 82 kilograms, and this is how I look. So you'll see when I'm riding, I'm talking about a body positioning, which is just amazing. It's so comfortable, it's just amazing. There is no pressure on your wrist, the back it's almost straight. The knee it's a bit bent, but it's really comfortable. And I'll invite my wife here just to see how it feels, how it looks with the pillion as well. This is how it looks, and especially when we have the top box on and the panniers on, she'll just be like cocooned in there, so she'll feel secure and comfortable, really comfortable. We went for rides of 8-9 hours and 500 miles a day, and we really had no problem other than being very tired, obviously. Today we're going on Clacton-on-Sea, it's called, for whoever is in the UK. Is in Suffolk on the east coast, so it's a seaside town. It's very nice. We're gonna get some shots from there as well, just to show you, for whoever is not familiar with this town. Right now we're in Manningtree, and they do have some kind of beach as well here, and we're gonna get some shots from there as well. and we're gonna come back at it in a second. We're just getting out of Manningtree now. We're gonna go in a 60 miles per hour zone, so we have the chance to talk a bit about the engine. Let's do some acceleration. The engine has 140 horsepower, which is more than enough for the 99% of the people, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with how it feels. The gearbox out of the factory stock, the gears ratio, it's just geared a bit too high for me, so I've just changed the sprockets. Instead of 50 and 41 teeth, I've changed it to 60 and 42. So now, because of that, the RPM on the motorway, let's say about 70 miles per hour, rather than staying at 5,500 RPM, it just stays somewhere around 4,500 RPM, which is a lot better for fuel economy as well. But not only that, it's not so buzzing and so revving when you're trying to do a just chill, tranquil ride. The gearbox is very, very smooth. The gear changes are so nice. You can do clutchless shifts very, very easy. The clutch is on the cable. It's a bit on the hard side, but you get used to it very quickly, so it's no problem with that really. The suspension out of the factory is not set up very good, so I've just been to MSS Performance back in Colchester, and they've set it up for me. It's a bit on the hard side, on the sporty side, but that's what I wanted, because I do like the bends a lot, so I'd rather have that in order to more of a cushy ride. So, but I'm pretty good with that. It's fully adjustable suspension, front and back, and we have a preload adjustment as well on the back, so you can do it on the fly. If you're gonna have a pillion and you're gonna have some luggage as well, you're just gonna go plus, which is gonna make the suspension harder. Basically, it's just gonna make the spring a bit harsher, so that's a very nice add to it. When I first got the bike, the tires were just gone, so I had to replace them. Everybody was so crazy about the Avon, I'm not sure exactly how to say it, Avon Storm 3D. So everybody was so crazy about it. Everybody had them on the Ninjas, on the ZZRs, on whatever. So I went for that, but the bike wasn't feeling right. So I thought it's something to do with the head bearings, with the race bearings. So firstly, I adjusted that. Of course, the mechanics did it for me, not myself. It was a bit of an, it was a bit better, but not quite good. So I decided to change them. I've changed the head bearings. It was again a bit better, but still there was something missing with it. You would throw the bike in the corner and it will just not feel right, you know. It will just, like, you would feel like you're losing the front all the time. So that's why I thought initially that is something wrong with the front assembly, you know. So that's why I changed the head bearings and everything. And last year finally I changed to Michelin Road 6, and oh man, what a difference. You can't believe it. It's just unbelievable. Now it just feels so planted. It feels so, it's like straight as an arrow. You would just stick in the corner and it will just stay there, like it's like on railways. It's just so amazing now. At first I thought there is something wrong with the bike, like it's something awfully wrong with the bike, or maybe because I'm coming from a CBR, maybe that was like it wasn't my type of bike. Anyway, having 230 kilos, it's a bit on the heavy side, so it feels a bit different than a full super sport bike. But now with these tires, finally everything is back to normal and back how I remember being on the CBR. Of course, still it's not a full super sport bike, so don't expect 200 horsepower and crazy sharp direction. But anyway, I'm really happy with it. It gives me everything that I need, and especially that it can accommodate the two of us so easily with or without the luggage. The acceleration, man, it's from low RPM. It doesn't matter what RPM are you in, it's just gonna pull and pull and pull. It has 111 Newton meters of torque, which is again is more than enough for 99% of the people, so I'm very happy with that. Okay, we're in a 60 miles per hour zone, so let's do a bit of a pull. Woo! Man, it's just crazy all the time. I just love it. I just love it. Forgot to mention, speaking about the tires, if you want to have a sharper steering as well, just go for a 55 back tire. So 190 55 17 stock, it's coming with 190 50 17. So just go for a bit taller tire. It will give you a lot sharper steering, which helps a lot. Right, who's this bike for? I guess this bike is for whoever wants to do some long trips, for whoever wants to go to racing on the track as well, for whoever wants to take it out for a coffee in the city. So basically it's perfect for everything. This is what I'm trying to say. It's just doing everything, and it's doing it the best. Like, I literally never had a bike as good as this. Of course, a super sport is gonna be better on the track, and probably maybe a Ducati or something else is gonna look better when you park it down near a coffee shop or something like that. But believe me, this one draws a lot of attention as well. Do I recommend it? Oh my god, yes, 100 times yes. But there is a but. If you do have the money, just go for the newer one. Go for the Ninja 1000SX, which is the 2020 model onwards, because it does come with a lot of extra things that this bike doesn't have. So you're gonna have heated bars. You're gonna have a quick shifter which works flawlessly. It's just amazing. You're gonna have riding modes like range, sport, normal, whatever. You're gonna have a full TFT display. Hello. 5.5 inch if I'm not wrong, and the angle of the brake, it's a bit shorter, so it's gonna turn a lot quicker than this bike. I have ridden one of those, and it's just amazing. And not to forget, headlights. I want to talk about the headlights. I'll show you what I've done for mine. I've upgraded mine. Look at this beautiful Lambo, man. I've upgraded mine to LEDs, and it's not easy because you have to manufacture some kind of holders, so I've just done that by myself. I'm gonna put some pictures with that, because the stock headlights are pretty rubbish, especially that it's only one turning on when you're riding. So one is for low beam, the other one is for high beam. So I'm gonna put some pictures showing you how I did it on mine. Now it's just amazing. But the new one comes with LED lights from the factory, so that's another plus to that bike. But of course, this kind of bike you can find it for about 5-6 thousand, depending on the mileage, depending if it's coming with the panniers or not. And that bike, it's close to 10 grand on second hand, so it's up to you. But I do recommend it 100%, so you're not going to be disappointed from any point of view. But of course, people are different and people have different needs, so first go for a test ride and see how it is. Man, look at these houses here. They're just near the sea. They have a sea view, so it's just amazing. You're just gonna stay there, read a book, have a coffee. Life is beautiful. Okay guys, I think it's time to wrap up the video. If you do like the video, please do give a subscribe, a like, or share if you want it. And don't hesitate to ask me any questions or if you have any comments about it. I'll see you guys in the next one, yeah? Cheers.